Howdy everybody, HT here, coming at you from the back patio. This is take 2 so far, if I get through this video. This will be second time trying it. I had a nice comparison video just to show y'all. I'm out here. We were going to be talking about knives and comparing two knives, which got my little what you toting sitting here in front of me. I always do. But it just doesn't feel fitting today. I just got news for some more senseless, disgusting, I don't know the words. That's the two I got right now. Makes no sense. It's disgusting. Sadistic, how about that? Acts that have gone on. Of course, everybody knows a couple of days ago about the lunatic that walked in a Walmart, picked up one of these folding knives, and went to randomly stabbing shoppers there. People trying to grocery shop, get food, for their families. Going to the grocery store. And completely random. Just came in and started, I believe it's 6 men, 5 women. Just whoever he could get to. There was that. Thank God. And the media is not going to tell you this. I hadn't heard it one time on watching a telecast from the media. But you know what stopped? This guy finally stopped the carnage. A law-abiding gun owner. That's right. The only time the only time that you hear about on the media, they're trying to ban them and telling you you have some kind of bloodlust or whatever if you own one. The guy was stopped in the parking lot and drawn down on at gunpoint till the authorities could get there, which were 3 minutes later, which that is it's another thing that the media always, all you hear is the bad from the cops. They've beat somebody up. They've, and they have. I'm not sitting here. I'm not oblivious. You take enough people, there's a bad seed in everybody. And in any large group, knife community included. There's bad people everywhere. But they were there in 3 minutes, and a law-abiding, gun-owning citizen stopped this guy. But you won't hear that. And then, just a while ago, right before I got all my stuff out here, my pocket cross, everything, my Coca-Cola Zero. I was going to go on with the show. I was going to speak on Traverse City, but that one has kind of, my heart goes out to those folks. That one had already been discussed. I know Stan's Cutlery Universe, that is his hometown. Traverse City. And I watched your videos, Stan. I mean to get back and comment on it, but I really didn't know what to say to you at the time. And he was mad. He was mad. That happened in his, almost at his back door, his hometown. And I get it. I get it. But then I get out here this morning, like I say, looking at all this stuff here to do a knife video. And I get a text. And the text is from Jason McMillan, Ozark boy, dear friend of mine. He's like, HT, have you heard what happened up here, close to Fayetteville? I said, Lord, no. What? What now? And this one gets me, so. And y'all know I'm a big sap, so, you jerks and buttholes that got something to say, about a guy with compassion, go ahead. Be my guest. But anyway, Devil's Den is the name of the state park. It's up in northwest Arkansas, not too far from Fayetteville. And there was a husband and wife and their 2 daughters that were there staying and enjoying the park, and they were out on the hiking trails. And some lunatic, it's not the word I want to use, it's the one we'll go with, accosts the mother and the father. And from all accounts I'm getting right now, the girls were eyewitness to all of it. The only thing I pray more than anything, and I haven't heard anything that said they know what they were there when this lunatic ended the lives of their parents. It's horrible, but I'm hoping, I'm trying to choose my words and not sound insensitive. I hope they weren't killed in front of those 2 little girls. Because those girls are 7 and 9 years old. Not 7 months. 7 months or 9 months. 7 and 9. Fully know what's going on. And I know they were accosted, they were taken away by this maniac in front of the girls. But I only hope, and as details come out, they weren't witness to what happened. Because later they found mom and dad, a 43-year-old and a 41-year-old, mother and father of two beautiful little girls, dead. What's going on? I mean, y'all are gonna say, HT, this happens every day. Come on. I mean, and it does, but it just seems like it gets worse. New ways to be terrible, to be sinful, sadistic. I'm going to go to Walmart today, take out a pocket knife, a folding knife, and just stab anybody, stab as many people as I can till, you know, I get killed, they, you know, whatever. I'm just going to go stab today. And then, and they're saying too, one of the details that has came out, there was some, you know, eyewitness testimony, I'm sure, from the little girls, because they seen the attacker, you know, that took away the mom and dad, and the car or whatever, you know, clothing. There's things out about what the guy was wearing, what kind of car, you know, he fled in. And as far as I know, this idiot is still at large too. That's another thing. But he had duct taped his license tag. There's eyewitness accounts that, you know, the license tag was taped wherever. So you know what that tells me? Just like Traverse City, this was planned. You know, this guy's taping a tag. He knew he was going to go in there and kill people, and just and do this act of violence. And in his cowardice, you know, made plans to, you know, get away. Or he won't get away, but in an attempt to, you know, stall or whatever, throw off the police, he's already taped over his license tag. I don't know, folks. I do not know. But just this world just needs Jesus more than it ever has. And that's just it. I just a total lack of humanity. I don't even know what to call that. I'm out of words for what you call people that just, what can I do today? I could go to the bar. We could go to the beach. You know, think I'll go to Walmart and stab people. Or wonder what it'd be like to go camp out in some park and, you know, just kill two people, you know, kill somebody at random, you know. And I'm not trying to make light of it. There's no rationale. There is no, it's senseless. You can't make sense out of senseless. And this kind of stuff is senseless. So, no knife video today. Just was too much. I was going to try, like I said, I got the stuff out here. I was going to, you know, say a little something for Traverse City. And then when Jason laid this on me about here in Arkansas, and this family, it's just pocket knives, just kind of, they're pocket knives, you know what I mean? They're pocket knives. We can talk about them later. But to all those that know those people, you know, I mean, 11 people, that's a lot of families, a lot of friends. That is a net that's pretty wide. And all the employees, all the people that were traumatized, that thank God this maniac didn't get to by a law, thanks to a law-abiding, gun-toting citizen. Thank you very much. That were traumatized, that seen this. That's a broad net in Traverse City. And for the friends and family, and my Lord, for those two precious little girls. That don't have a mom and daddy. See them grow up, graduate, and become decent citizens. My prayers to that family, those friends, and all the people in that park that day that had to hear about this, and, you know, it's a freaking national park. You know, it's summertime. You want to go there, get in the water, fish, hiking trails. These people are freaking hiking. Let's get away. You know what? You cannot get away. There is not one place on this earth anymore that you are safe. I said it. Church? Unfortunately not. How many church shootings have we heard about? We already know you can't send your kids to school and you know, school, is that safe? There's sanctity there. You go get groceries? Maybe not. There's not one place on the face of this earth, folks, that you are safe from just a sadistic act of violence. Not one. If there is, tell me. I can't think of anything. The most sacred of places that you would think you would feel the safest at. People have been killed there, and something crazy's went on in all of them. Just think about that. But I'm sorry if this was Debbie Downer video. My heart's just hurt. I don't mean it to be woe with me, you know. I hate mankind and human, you know, I don't. I still believe in this, and I still believe in what it represents. And it says in the God's word about violence and about evil and about demons basically on this earth, and that's some of what this is. That is pure Satan, folks. So anyway, to all those affected, and especially those two precious little girls, my sincerest condolences, and I just pray that I pray those two little girls aren't, and they are affected. You can't even say it. How am I going to say they're not affected for the rest of their life? They were 7 and 9 years old. They will be affected the rest of their life. But I guess all I can hope for is, I don't know, God's hand upon them. And hopefully they didn't witness but so much, maybe. That's all I got. I ain't got nothing fancy or cutesy or anything to say outside of pray for these folks, and love your families. Love on them. Tell them you love them. You know, you just never know. You never know. So, again, that's all I got. Nothing, no sign off. But pray for those people. We'll see you on the next one.